Good morning, students. We are back again to here discuss poem If You Catch a Firefly. Hope you all will enjoy your day today and you will have a fine day. So let's start the poem. And the poetess of the poem is Lillian Murray. Now, in this poem, children, Lillian Murray tried to tell us that if you catch a firefly, that in this poem she has tried that uh, if you catch a firefly, what will happen? You will lose the natural beauty of nature. You will not be able to enjoy the natural beauty of firefly because a firefly shines like a bright star at night. If you see a firefly, it always uh, gives out light, and uh, it shines like a star in the sky at night. So, in this poem, Lillian Murray has compared a firefly with a tiny star. Okay, so she says that if you catch a firefly and keep it in a jar, you may find that you have lost a tiny star. She says that if you catch a firefly and keep it in one jar, if you keep aside, if you close it at one place, what you will find? You will see that you have lost a tiny star. You will not you will not be able to see the shining star, because here a tiny star has been written because firefly has been compared with a tiny star, because at night it shines bright like a star. So she says that if you keep it, it will lose the its light. It will not glow, and you will not be able to see the firefly anymore, and you will it will you it will seem like it will see like it will be like we will feel like we have lost a tiny star. Then she says that if you let it go, then back into the night you may see it once again, star bright. She is again now saying that if you let it go. Now, first of all, she said that if you will catch it, you will not be able to see its natural beauty. But if you let it go, what will happen? You can see it back into the night. You will be able to enjoy the beauty of firefly, because in nature everything has its own beauty. Okay, so a firefly shines like a star at night. So if you let it go, if you set it free, then what will happen? You will be again able to see it shining bright in the sky. You can see the stars back again in the sky. Okay, like it will be like stars have gained the light once more. So firefly, it will be like firefly, you can see the beauty of firefly once again, and it will shine bright like a star at night. So, from this poem, Lillian Murray has tried to tell us that we should not catch living things. We should not keep them in cage or jar. We should not catch them. We should not make them um, uh, lock them up at one place. We should let set everything free. We should not um, uh, we should let the nature be free and move around and show its natural beauty. She has tried to tell us that we should always, not only the fireflies but everything. Some we keep birds in cages, we lock them up, but this is not the correct way. We should set every nature beauty of nature free, so that we can enjoy the natural beauty of the nature. Okay, so now today, children, we will do some antonyms. Okay, now what are antonyms? Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings, those words which have opposite in meaning, which are opposite in meaning, like hot, cold, dry, wet. Okay, happy, sad. So antonyms are those words that have opposite meanings. Now let's see some antonym words. Negative, positive, something which is negative, which is not good. Okay, that is called negative, and the opposite word for negative is positive. When you think something in a correct way, in a correct manner, or something which is very good, it is known as positive. Then see this girl. This girl is so happy. She is smiling, laughing. So this girl is happy, and opposite word for happy is sad. See the face of this girl. She is very sad. It seems that she is sad. So opposite word for happy is sad, and opposite word for above is below. See, the arrow is showing above the box, and this arrow is showing below the box. So these are some antonym words. Few more antonym words are good, bad, hate, love. Okay. Now let's see few more. Above. See this girl. She is sitting above the table, and this boy is below the table. Back, front. You can see the face of the girl. So this is front. You can see the back of the girl, and this is back. So opposite word for back is front, big and small. This elephant is a big animal and mouse is a small animal. So opposite word for big is small. See this puppy dog also. This dog is a big dog and this puppy is a little puppy. So for opposite word for big is little also. Okay, for big, small, antonym word can be small also, as well as for big antonym word little can be also written. Okay, clean, dirty. See this puppy is bathing, so this is clean, and this puppy is very dirty. It has not bathed, so this is dirty. So the antonym word for clean is dirty. Now we will do some questions related to opposite words. Now, number 1. Opposite word for up is down, D-O-W-N, down. Opposite word for high is low, L-O-W, low. And opposite word for ugly is beautiful, B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L, beautiful. And opposite word for new is old, O-L-D, old. And opposite word for slow is fast, F-A-S-T, fast. Opposite word for catch is throw, T-H-R-O-W, throw. Opposite word for push is pull, P-U-L-L, pull. And opposite word for give is take, T-A-K-E, take. Opposite word for laugh is cry, C-R-Y, cry. And opposite word for heavy is light, L-I-G-H-T, light. Like I have told you that when the instruments or the yes, instruments used in gym to do the exercise, they are heavy, whereas the feather of a bird is very light. Okay, so opposite word for heavy is light. Now children, we will know some ing verbs. Okay, what are ing verbs? When a verb ends with the suffix ing, it is known as ing verb. Okay, so some verbs are there. If we add ing to the verb at the end of the verb, it becomes ing verbs. And ing verbs are what? They show. They show us what? They often show the action that is happening, with those actions which are still going on at this present time, in which I can see, okay, happening now also at this present moment of time. So those verbs are called ing verbs. Okay, when ing is added to verb, it becomes ing verb, and they show the action which is happening just now. Now let's see Example like eat, E-A-T, eat. So when we add ing to it, when we add eat is a verb. Okay, it is a verb. When we add ing to it, it becomes eating, E-A-T-I-N-G, eating. So it is ing verb now. Okay, and it shows that someone is still eating. Okay, the work of eating is still going on. Now, that was first rule, how we can add ing. We just have to add ing to those verbs. Now, second rule for adding ing verb is when a verb ends in e. Okay, when a verb when some verbs ends with e. So when a verb ends in e, drop the letter e and add ing at the end of the verb. Okay, some verbs often end with e, like make, make. Okay, see, make is ending with e. So what we have to do is we have to drop this e. That means we have to remove this e and just add ing to it, and it becomes ing verb. It becomes the ing verb, and the spelling changes to make. We remove e and add ing, so making, making. Okay, then game, game, game. Then in this word also, in this verb also, e is at the last. So what we will do, we will remove e and add ing, so it will become gaming, gaming. So this is rule number 2. Now let's see few more words. Make, make, we have seen, and it becomes making, making. Then another verb, write, write, write. It has e at the end, so we will remove e and just add ing, so it will become writing, writing. That means that the work of writing is still going on. Then another verb is come, come, come. We will remove e and add ing, so it will become coming, coming. Okay, then shake, it also has e at the end. This verb also has e, so we will remove e and add ing, so it will become shaking, shaking. Then race, we will remove e and add ing, it will become racing, racing. Okay, so first remove e from end and then add ing. We have to remove e from those verbs which have e at the end, and then just add ing to it, so it becomes ing verb. Now rule number 3. What is rule number 3? When in a verb, vowels like a, e, I, o, u come before the ending consonant, the consonant is repeated or doubled. Like if in a verb, earlier we saw that the verb, when verb ended with e, what we have to do to make it an ing verb. But here, when in a verb, at the end there is a consonant. Okay, at then end there is a consonant, and just before the consonant, if a vowel comes, and vowel can be anything, there are 5 vowels, a, e, I, o, u. So if any of the vowel comes before the last consonant, last letter, and the letter should be consonant. If the last letter is consonant and just before it any vowel comes, so what we have to do, we just have to repeat the last letter or double it and then add ing to it, and then it becomes ing verb. Like, let's see example, run, run, run. See, in the spelling of run, last letter is n. Okay, and n is a consonant because vowel is a, e, I, o, u. So last letter is consonant. Now just before the last letter, see, there is a vowel u. Okay, there is a vowel u just before the last letter, which is a consonant. So what we will do is we will just repeat the last letter and add ing to it. So it becomes RUNNING, running. Let's see one more example. CHOP, chop. In this also last letter is a consonant and just before it there is a vowel which is O. Okay, so what we have to do is we just have to double the last letter, okay, and then add ing to it, so it becomes CHOPPING, chopping. Okay, this becomes ing verb. Now let's see few more examples. RUN, run. Just now we have seen. We will just add the double the last word and add ing. Now put, PUT, put. Last letter is a consonant. So and just before consonant there is a vowel U. Okay, so what we will do? We will just double the last letter, PUTTING, putting. Then see skip, SKIP, skip. P is a consonant and just before a consonant there is a vowel which is I. Okay, I is a vowel. So we will just double the last letter and add ing, SKIPPING, skipping. In this word MOP, mop. P is a consonant and O is a vowel. So we will just double P, MOPPING, mopping. And then let's see last example, tap, TAP, tap. P is a consonant and A is a vowel. Okay, so before the last letter which is a consonant, there is just before it there is a vowel A. Okay, so what we will do, we will just double the last word and add ing, TAPPING, tapping. Okay, so in those words which contain, in those verbs which contain last letter consonant, there is a consonant the last letter is consonant and just before a consonant there is a vowel. So what we will do to it is we will just double the last letter and add ing to it and it will become ing verb. Now we'll have a quick revision from a revision sheet. Here some ing words are given in the sentences. What we have to do is we have to choose the correct option. Okay, now let's see. First, they are going or crying to the school. Now what do you think will be the correct option? They are going to school or they are crying to school? No, crying cannot be. Okay, how can they cry to school? What action is correct action in this? They are going to school. So you have to take the word going. Okay, then my mother is laughing or cooking food for us. Can you laugh food for anyone? No, you can cook food for anyone. So your mother will cook food for you. So my mother is cooking food for us. Then third question is we are playing or eating football. We cannot uh, eat football. Okay, we can play football. So playing will be the correct option. You will tick playing. We are playing football. Question number 4 is Sam is singing or writing a letter. Can you sing a letter? No. You can write a letter. So what is the correct option? Sam is writing a letter. You will tick the word writing. Now let's see few more questions. Sita is mending or dancing on the stage. Can Sita mend the stage? No. She can dance on the stage. So we will tick dancing because dancing is the correct option. Sita is dancing on the stage. Then question number 6. Mohan's mother is making or stitching his clothes. Mohan's mother is stitching his cloth will be the correct option. Then question number 7. I am eating or drinking snacks. Can you drink snacks? No, you cannot drink snacks. You can eat snacks. Okay, so eating is the correct action. Ing word, ing verb. So I am eating snacks. We will take eating. Then question number 8 is teacher is taking or reading attendance of students. Now, teacher cannot read attendance of students. What a teacher will do by reading the attendance of students? She can take the attendance of students. So this is the ing verb, so we will choose taking. Taking is the correct option. Teacher is taking attendance of students. So students, today we have discussed poem If You Catch a Firefly, and we have also discussed some antonym words, as well as we have done some questions on antonym words, antonyms, and then we have done a revision of ing verb, and we have also seen some rules how we can add ing to a verb. Okay, base verb. So hope you have understood all the things. Hope you have enjoyed learning. Thank you and wish you a good day. Bye bye.